Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and we've been doing a lot of coverage on the Note 20 Ultra. However, I didn't want to leave out the Galaxy Note 20 5G, so Samsung sent over the device for us to check out, but along with some of the official Samsung cases, one of them that says they're even made from recycled bottles. We'll check out all these official cases after we take a look at the Note 20. We'll throw this phone up against the Note 20 Ultra, and for those of you asking, yes, there will be some Fold 2 coverage coming very soon. So with that being said, let's go ahead and unbox the Note 20 5G and some official cases. Let's get started. With our Note 20 5G, it's pretty safe to say this is going to be the Mystic Green color based on this pen color, and of course the cases that they sent along. Now, opening it on up, greeted with the phone, and yes, there is that Mystic Green color. I'm actually excited to check it out. It looks really cool in pictures. You've got your standard booklets, SIM ejection tool, and finally the super fast charging adapter, which is USB Type-C and the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. On to what you came to see, Note 20 5G, peeling off the plastic. Pretty easy. And then on the front, I'm noticing there is a pre-installed protector on the screen with a slot right there, a circle for your fingerprint where the fingerprint scanner is. Let's peel that off. Now, personally, I'd recommend just leaving it on until you get another screen protector. Right away as I'm holding this device, especially in comparison to the Note 20 Ultra, I'm noticing it's easier to hold on to without the curved side. So this display is completely flat up towards the top. One of the differences between this and the Ultra. And flipping it over, this color is sweet, honestly. I really do like it. I actually might like it a little bit more than the bronze even. Just a nice minty green style. Taking a close look down at the bottom, the signature S Pen. You have one of your stereo speakers, USB-C slot for charging, a microphone. On the right side is where your power button and volume rockers are housed. Noticed a little bit of a camera bump, nowhere near as big as the Note 20 Ultras. I'll compare that in just a second. Up at the top, microphone, SIM card slot, absolutely nothing along the left. And on the back, there's that triple camera module moving along down towards the bottom. Make note, this is more of a matte green color. It does say Samsung. You'll also see the S Pen protrudes out just a little bit, so it's easier for your finger to catch, where you can press in and it pops on out. I'm going to run through the startup process, talk about anything noteworthy. I do want to mention, after holding this device for a little bit, you can feel a difference between the Ultra and the Note 20's back, because this is polycarbonate, whereas the Ultra has a glass back. It just doesn't quite feel as premium. However, it also does weigh less. I'm going to run through the startup process, talk about things such as the fingerprint scanner setup. However, I would like to make note, after holding this for a bit of time, coming from the Note 20 Ultra, you can feel a difference in the backs. This is polycarbonate, whereas the Note 20 Ultra, which I have right here, is a glass back. So the Ultra does feel more premium in general, but with it being a glass back, it will weigh a bit more as opposed to the polycarbonate plastic back of the Note 20. And just a difference in the size between the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra camera modules. Obviously, a lot larger with the Ultra. However, it does pack a few more features. There is face unlock. However, we are going to set up that in-display fingerprint scanner. Since it is ultrasonic in display, the display does not actually need to be on when you set your thumb down. We'll show that off in just a second. With the screen off, you can just quickly set your thumb down once you learn that position. And we're at 100%. We can add another one if we'd like to. I'm going to keep skipping through. We are now on the home screen. Here is a close look at that flat 6.7-inch display on the Note 20 with that punch hole cut out or up towards the top. Notice that the sides of the screen are not curved, which I know a lot of people do like in comparison to those curved sides. Aside from the display size difference, with the Note 20 Ultra, you can go all the way up to 1440p in screen resolution. However, when you bump it down to 1080p, you have the option to go to 120 hertz refresh rate, which makes it look a lot smoother. Even as I'm just going through pages and scrolling, I can notice a difference between 60 hertz and 120 hertz. So this is a 1080p 60 hertz display on the Note 20. Let's test out that fingerprint scanner that we set up. You'll see with the display on it lets you know where to actually set your finger that you've registered. However, once you learn that specific spot, you can set your thumb down with the screen off. So it doesn't actually need to be on. Even if you have always on display, it'll show you a subtle little spot where to put your thumb. But again, over time, you pretty much learn where to put it and you can unlock it without turning the screen on. Inside the Note 20 5G, you get 8 gigs of RAM and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus processor. So everything is going to be fast, smooth, Big shout out to Samsung. They've also committed to 3 years of software updates. That's kind of a big deal. I'm glad they decided to start going that route. Now, with the S Pen, I'm not a big fan of the location and it being in the bottom left, but again, my speculation is that the pen wouldn't fit on the other side because of the camera module. So they did move it with this model to the left side. It hasn't been a deal breaker though. It's just a little bit more inconvenient being a right-handed person. If you're a left-handed person, holding the phone in the right hand might actually make sense. Now with this S Pen, it is colored that mystic green, which is kind of cool. I'm glad they do theme these pens differently and not just one standard color. There are some new air actions that you can do. Let's try them out. Specifically with the pen facing away, just go ahead and flick up. It says try again. It's very hard with this, there we go, with the camera right in front of me. But we can probably make it work if we go back. Great job. Somehow I'm doing it with the Ultra with the camera in front of me. It was really tough. Shake action, great job. Again, even with the Note 20 Ultra, it worked just fine. Try clockwise circle. Perfect. Let's exit the tutorial. So if I do that squiggle, it took a screenshot. We can start writing on the screen very quickly. You also notice that fake pencil noise on paper. Just simulated. I do believe you can turn that off. Like every other Note series, one of the biggest features I use is the screen off memo. When I take the S Pen out with my phone locked, I can just write a quick note, whether it's a quick phone number or maybe a name, email address, anything like that. Just something I want to make note of. It's really nice being able to do that without unlocking my phone. And finally, in the camera app, snap a couple quick pictures. You do have your standard wide angle lens. You can zoom in 3x when you tap this icon. However, you can also zoom all the way up to 30x as opposed to 50x on the Ultra. And you can jump back to 0.5x, which is the ultra wide angle lens, obviously including a lot more in the shot. As far as modes go, single take takes a lot of different things, a quick video using different lenses. You have photo, video, and then when you jump into more, there's a ton of different ones. Pro mode, live focus for those depth of field shots, pro video even, where you can really customize all of the different settings, aperture, exposure, and the like while shooting video. As promised, let's look at some of these official cases you can get for the Note 20. However, you can also get them for a lot of other Samsung devices. This is the S View flip cover, which has a display there. You have your smart LED view cover, which also has some LED dots. The silicone cover, and this is the one you'll see textile made from recycled PET bottles. Just interested to feel this specific case. Here is the S View flip cover, and I know I said that it has a display. It doesn't. It just has a clear spot to use the display of your phone. So let's set this in, and it should just about auto recognize it going in. So you'll see the display on the phone recognizes it, and you can see a lot of information: time, date, battery percentage, and some of your notification icons. Flipping the case open, it recognizes it and turns your display on where you can just unlock your phone. You've got an opening at the bottom for the S Pen so you can still take it out of the phone, and the power button and volume rockers are covered on the side while the top is open. For the smart LED view cover, looks pretty similar. The color is the exact same. Opening it up, you'll see some slots here where maybe you want to put your license, credit card, etc. And closing it, there is no screen on the front. However, there's some smart LEDs that will go on. So let's go ahead and set our phone in. The phone recognizes when you set it in and prompts you to download some additional features. And closing the case, you'll notice that time shows up, 5:38. Really cool. It does go away. If we press the power button, it will show back up. Same thing, opening the case will turn the screen on. Something nice about this case is that it will also show off some notifications as you receive them. Onto the silicone case, which is obviously just a basic case. However, I really like the soft touch silicone back that it has. A little bit of texture on the inside. However, obviously the phone will just rest on the inside. So let's set our Note 20 in, and there we go. Actually adds a lot more grip since it is silicone, nice and grippy to it, but it's still got that soft touch feel. I actually really do like it. Down at the bottom, there are cutouts for everything. Let's go ahead and quickly test out that taking this out. You might need to use your fingernail to kind of pull it out. There's not as much space as there normally is for the S Pen, where my finger could actually probably go in there, but generally you might just have to use your fingernail now to pull out that S Pen. There's a cutout for the camera, the buttons on the side are covered, and just the microphone has a cutout up towards the top. Finally, our cover here, and I don't want to mispronounce it, I believe it's Quadrat. Let me know, drop a comment if you know the actual pronunciation of it. Like I said, Quadrat, maybe. Also, I want to make note on this, it looks like it's kind of a different color. This is more of a green, and this is almost more of a bluish color to it, with an interesting, nice cloth kind of feel to the back of it. It does have a logo on the side. Let's put the phone in. Comfortable feel to it. It does have kind of a silicone outside around here where there isn't cloth, so adding a little grip to that, but does feel good. Again, at the bottom, just some holes for everything, and again, you're probably gonna have to use your fingernail to take out the S Pen. A look at the cutout for the camera, covered buttons that are silicone, not cloth at all, and just a little hole at the top. So overall, that is everything I wanted to cover for the Note 25G from Samsung. Drop a comment, let me know if you think you're gonna go with the Note 20 or the Note 20 Ultra. A lot more content on those two devices coming very soon. And of course, just a look at all of the different covers for the phone. Let me know which one you like best as well. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. As always, guys, thanks for watching.